Okay, I shall continue with my second video. Alright, so as you can see, this is constructive interference path difference formulas, and over here destructive okay, destructive path difference formula. Now on my left here is with thin film. That means the path difference for constructive interference with thin film. This is without. Okay, so please write down the notes. Alright, for with thin film is n minus 1d equals to m lambda. Without thin film, for constructive interference is m lambda, where m starts from 0, 1, 2, 3. And for destructive interference with thin film, the path difference is n minus 1d equals to m minus half lambda. And without thin film, the destructive interference will be m plus half lambda. All these teacher is writing for you the formulas for path difference. Path difference, okay, alright. Okay, then the next one. Okay, teacher asked you also another factor will be what happens when one of the source, okay, the light source over here, it is not perpendicular. Okay, the distance, okay, alright, between the two slits here, your light source is not perpendicular to it. That means the middle point here to the slit 1 and the middle point here to the slit 2 are not the same. That means different. Okay, they are not the same. They are not the same. So what will happen? Okay, so what will happen to the pattern of the interference pattern along the screen? Okay, the intensity of interference pattern formed will not be the same. Okay, it causes the intensity of the interference pattern formed not the same. Okay, alright, not the same here meaning when you see at the screen, okay, and teacher also asked you to sketch the graph, right? Intensity, okay, over distance. So when your light source is not perpendicular, that means let's say this is 5 centimeter, this is 8 centimeter, the distance is not the same, your intensity will not be formed the same. Alright, it will not be the same. So let teacher show you what will the pattern be. So the pattern will be something like that. Yeah, okay, alright, this is the shape of the intensity form. Okay, alright, the graph of intensity over distance. But what happens if your light source is exactly perpendicularly, okay, it's a bisector line. That means, for example, it's the same. Let's say this is 5 cm, this is also 5 cm. So what will be the shape of the graph here for your intensity? Okay, so definitely it will be uniform. Okay, the intensity of the fringes formed are uniform. Okay, so what will the shape of the graph be here? It will just be all through even. Alright, all through even. Can you see the difference here? Alright, so please remember to write down the notes. Okay, and then remember that the light source here must always be a monochromatic light source. Monochromatic light source means a light source with only one wavelength. Okay, you cannot use a white light. Alright, so remember in the exam you cannot have white light. White light cannot. Alright, okay, you cannot have white light. Why white light cannot? Because white light contains of many multicolored lights inside that are having different wavelength. So there are many wavelengths in this white light. So when you create the fringes here, your destructive interference and your constructive interference will overlap. When they overlap, you will not be able to see the bright fringe and the dark fringe uniformly. They will not be uniform. So in other words, and the intensity also will not be same, because some parts it will be more, will be less, and so on. Okay, alright, so the interference pattern will not be formed properly. Okay, and then class, what happens if one of the slit here is closed? One of the slit here is closed. That means the light, the monochromatic light, will only pass through your second slit. This slit is closed. So what do you think will happen? Will you be able to get interference pattern? Will you be able to get interference pattern if one of the slits are closed here? Will you be able to get? No. Okay. When you have two slits here, okay, then it is called interference pattern. Interfere in between two. Okay. But when only one slit is closed, then the light only passes through the other slit. It is called diffraction. Then diffraction occurs. Okay, alright. So when one slit is closed, so you have only diffraction pattern. Okay, diffraction pattern, and you will not have interference pattern. Okay, interference pattern is not formed. Okay, you will not be able to get interference pattern. Okay, alright. So in the next video, teacher will show you what is the difference between diffraction pattern and interference pattern. Okay, alright. So basically, this is for until the factors affecting interference pattern. Okay, alright. And also, teacher asked you to sketch the intensity graphs. Remember? Okay, so these are the intensity graphs. Okay, next one, class. I also gave you this in your module notes, but not in this question. So can you please write this down also? Angular separation. Okay, alright. So for example, when you're having two slits here, okay, two slits here, okay, and then you get a pattern here, isn't it? This is m equals to 0, yes or no? Alright. So the angle here formed, for example, this is m equals to 3. There will be some angle here, yes or no? This is called angular separation. Alright. So please write down over here, angular separation. Angular separation of the different orders of your fringes formed. Okay, alright. So the angle here, theta here, teacher will be writing as theta equals to lambda over d. Lambda over a equals to x over d. Please write this down. Okay, alright. So the formula for angular separation is going to be lambda over a equals to x over d. Alright. Lambda over a equals to x over d. Clear? Alright, so this is angular separation. If they are to ask you, okay, what is the angular separation? It is going to be lambda over a equals to x over d. And the unit here will be in radian. Okay, alright, the unit here will be radian. Clear? Alright, over here, the angle up to here will be m equals to 1 lah. So it will be more appropriate to take it as m equals to 1. Okay, m equals to 1. So you can find lambda over a equals to x over d. Alright. And then teacher also gave you some questions on what is the distance. Okay, alright. Formed. Distance of the mth dark fringe from center. Distance of m dark fringe means from m equals to 0 to any dark fringe. From m equals to 0 to any dark fringe. Okay, for example, m equals to 3. So you would like to find what is the distance from m equals to 0, that is your center, until the m equals to 3, the third dark fringe over here. So the formula here will be m minus half lambda d over a. So this is your distance. Okay, it can all be in centimeter or it can all be in meters, provided you make the unit the same. Okay, alright. So m minus half lambda d over a. So let's say you're taking here, okay, until the third dark fringe. Okay, until the third dark fringe. So it will be 3 minus half, that will be your 2.5, multiplied with the wavelength times the distance. This d is the distance from the double slit to the screen, and a is the distance between the two slits. Okay, distance between the two slits. So let's say you got S1 and S2. This is your A. Alright, distance to the screen. This is the screen where you get your pattern. This will be your D. Alright, and this will be your wavelength. Okay, alright. This is the formula for distance of m dark fringe. Clear? Okay, next one will be m bright fringe. Okay, what is the formula for m fringe. Okay, right? M bright fringe will be M lambda D over A. M lambda D over A. Okay, so these are the answers for the questions. Okay, alright. So now we go to